hear those wonderful voices. Shabbat Shalom. It's wonderful to see everyone here. Wonderful to see so many of our friends who are going on the mission. Jen intended to be here tonight. She says hello. Somehow, right before leaving for 2 weeks, the children were in no condition to let her leave the house. So she apologizes. They're with her, and she says hello and looks forward to traveling with you. And for all of you who are going, and even for those who are staying, I think nothing sums up better the beauty and the mystery of the Ashkenazic Judaism of Eastern Europe than a story and a nigun. And here's something to open that combines them both.
There once was a poor man who would only quarrel with God.
Wunder über Wunder,
Wonder upon wonder
hat mit ihm getroffen,
would befall him
wenn hat gesungen,
when he sang
hat so gesungen.
such a melody.
Chidi bim bam bam, chidi bidi bam bam, chidi bim bam bam, oi, chidi bidi bim bam, chidi bim,
Chiri bim,
chidi bam,
chiri bam,
chidi bam bim bam bam, ay 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 ay. Wine flowed from the melody, and he swallowed it sip after sip.
Hat von Negen sich Wein gegossen,
Gegossen,
hat so noch geschlungen, Wunder über Wunder, hat mir ihm getroffen, wenn hat gesungen, hat so gesungen, Chiri bim bam bam, chiri bim bam bam, chiri bim bam bam, oi, chiri bim bam, chiri bim, chiri bam, chiri bam, bim bam bam, ay 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 ay, with a little more now. Chiri bim bam bam,
chidi bim bam bam,
chiri bim bam bam,
chidi bidi bam bam. Chiri bam,
chiri bim
bim bam bam, ay 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 ay. Singt der Jid und skießt sich Messiches, ist rasch von Freude gesprungen. Wunder über Wunder, hat mit ihm getroffen, wenn hat gesungen, hat so gesungen.
Chiri bim bam bam,
Chiri bim bam bam,
chiri bim bam bam,
chiri bidi bam bam,
chiri bim bam bam, chiri bim,
chiri bim,
chiri bam,
chiri bam,
chiri bim,
bim bam bam, ay 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 ay, ba ba bam bum bum.
chiri bim bam bam,
Chiri bim bam bam, chiri bidi bam bam, chiri bidi bim bam, chiri bim,
chiri bam,
chiri bam,
chiri bim bim bam bam,
ay 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 ay, hey hey, chiri bim bam bam, chiri bidi bam bam, chiri bim bam bam, oh, chiri bidi bim bam, chiri bim,
chiri bim,
chiri bam,
chiri bam,
chiri bam, bim bam bam, ay 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 ay, chiri bim,
chiri bim,
chiri bam,
chiri bam,
chiri bam, bim bam bam, ay 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 ay.
Shabbat Shalom. For some of us, it'll get you in the mood to travel to Eastern Europe. And for all of us, it gets us in the mood to welcome Shabbat. And so we turn to page 13 and invite Carol Lawson forward to light our Sabbath candles.
Light is the foundation of life, yet impossible to touch. Light is flowers growing and fruit trees blossoming, photosynthesis and rainbows shimmering. Light is energy and romance, enlightenment and lightning. Light is red and violet, magenta and blue, lasers and campfires, warmth and illumination, the sunset and the dawn. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah tov, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal source of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We turn to page 34 for the Chadodi.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, nishmi'anu elcha meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem ultiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki va'orech u'mi'ori, ori shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We continue on page 39. Together at the top of the page. All week we serve our family, our community, our interests, our daily needs. The hectic flow never stops.
On Shabbat, we are called to serve our spiritual selves so as to reconnect with the unified flow that never stops.
We're on page 42 with the Chazik Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah V'alma divrach yuteh v'yamlich malchuteh V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala u'vizman karim v'yimeru Yehesh mei Rabba mevorach ne'alam ulan me'almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha Leila mikol bechata v'shirata tusmechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imeru Amen. La 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Leolam Vaed HaMevorach HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
We continue on page 45, in the middle of the page. Our kind deeds are used by God as seed for the planting of trees in the Garden of Eden. Thus, each of us, by our deeds, has the power to create our own paradise. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who makes the evening fall. We continue on page 49. We are loved by an unending love.
We are embraced by the covenant of Abraham and Sarah.
We are guided by the still small voice within us.
We are warmed by the light of Torah.
We are loved by an unending love. A ner tamid to be tended from generation to generation. And a gentle love. Giving meaning to our existence, structure to our lives. And of all the generations who have embraced their covenant.
Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. We join together as you're seated on page 57. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם לשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On page 60. Standing at the water's edge, the sea spray on your cheek. Close your eyes and feel within the beating of freedom's drum. Listen closely on the breeze. Do you hear the music of the ages? O God, you beat the drum, you are the song, you are the wonder in each of us. With joy and awe, we sing to you this song of freedom.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וכהלום יד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Please join me in the middle of page 64. Cause us, our Creator, to lie down in peace, and raise us up, O sovereign God, to renewed life and peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and be our shield of mercy and of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We rise together on page 68. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftachu B'Fiyagi Tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sahara, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zochel Hastei Avot ve'Imaot, U'mevii Geula livnei bneihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah.
Together at the bottom of 69. Prayer invites us to let God's presence suffuse our spirits, to let God's will prevail in our lives. Prayer cannot bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh Hakol. Blessed are you, O God, who renews all things.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. As you're seated, we pray silently. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
On page 72, I invite you to join with me in this prayer for healing. O God, on the Sabbath we are prohibited from making requests of you, yet here is my request. Grant me the strength to face with openness and courage the challenges before me, to receive the care I need so that I may extend that care to others. Translate my prayers into healing, my tears into balms of wholeness. Holy One of blessing, I'm sorry to ask favors you on this sacred day, but please be by my side as I make this difficult journey from anxiety to prayer and from healing to wholeness again. We join together in Mishaberach.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I once did a funeral for a bubby who had come from the old country, had survived the Nazis, was interred in a Bolshevik Soviet work camp, escaped, made her way to America when she was just a young teenager, still, when she died, still spoke with a heavy, heavy Yiddish accent, and had a son. And the son one day came to her and said, "Mom, I'm doing pretty well." He was a real estate developer, business was good. He said, "So well, in fact, that I am going to take you on a luxury, all-expense-paid trip to Europe." At which point the mamla looked at her son and said, "Europe? I've been." When it comes to Eastern Europe, I've also been. Several times, in fact. But I've never been to Germany or Austria. And frankly, I never thought I would. So our travel agent is pushing me to include Germany and Austria on our two missions, the one leaving this weekend and the one in June. And I was very reluctant. And at exactly that time, it's amazing how these things happen, I went out to lunch with a young man who was in town for just a few days from Berlin. His name is Daniel Kahn. Some of you know him, you're shaking your head. And he grew up here at Temple Israel and was in for the weekend. And so obviously I began to share my hesitancy with him. And he looked at me and he said, "Rabbi, do you know what I do for a living?" And I said, "Yes, Daniel, you're a klezmer musician." And he says, "Rabbi, I make a living, a full-time living as a klezmer musician in Berlin. I couldn't do that in Detroit or Chicago." And it was at that moment that I realized that although we can never forget, we can never, ever forget, we also must recognize that we are dealing with a new generation of Germans. These are German young people who go to listen to klezmer music on a Saturday night for entertainment, and to welcome refugees with open arms into their country. So to Germany, I've never been. But to Poland, I've been. And besides being delighted with the Soviet-era architecture, you're just going to love it, guys. Spectacular. There was an incident that really I have to share with you. I was leading a mission of Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox teenagers to Poland and Israel on the March of the Living, from Detroit, led by a Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox rabbi. And I must tell you that first few days in Warsaw were very, very difficult. Visiting the cemetery, Auschwitz, Birkenau, and not only that, there were just the differences between the kids. You know, they didn't pray the same way. They didn't sing the same songs. They didn't know the same customs. They didn't eat the same foods. It was tough. It was hard to get them out of their 3 cliques. And then something happened terrible. We were walking home. The Orthodox boys were wearing kippot, walking home from shul on Saturday morning. And from one of those lovely Soviet-era buildings, the 5th floor, a raw egg came and hit him on his head, splattering all over. And I have to share with you that from that moment on, there were no Reform Jewish kids or conservative Jewish kids or Orthodox Jewish kids on that trip. There were Jews on that trip together, and they were together from that moment on. It was really something. Now, I have to tell you that just a few years, actually just a year after that incident, and it was traumatic, obviously, something else happened, and I'll be very interested to see how it has changed the atmosphere in Poland. And it has to do with my hometown, if you will, of Jedwabne. Jedwab means silk in Poland. Can you believe it that in Poland, people say things that are as smooth as Jedwab? That's what they say in West Bloomfield, too, by the way, just so you know. As smooth as Jedwab. Jedwabne is Silk Town, right? Silk Town. And it was infamous after the war because everyone knew that there had been a massacre that took place there in a barn. I don't want to go into details, but you can imagine. And there was a large plaque, a monument actually, in the town square, which said at this and this place, on this date in 1941, the Nazis came into Jedwabne and such occurred. Well, a few years after that incident in Warsaw, a very courageous Christian Polish journalist named Jan Tomasz Gross wrote a book called Neighbors, in which he investigated this event. As it turns out, there weren't any Nazis or Germans in Jedwabne on that date in 1941. It had been a Polish civilian incident, pogrom. And it really did turn, I don't know if some of you remember, but it was in the newspapers all over. It really did turn the Polish nation inward, finally, for some introspection and to really think deeply about their relationship and with the Jewish population and also what happened in the war. So it's going to be very fascinating to see what happens. But as our wonderful scholar, Howard Lupovich, told us many times, and by the way, whether you're going on this trip or the one in June or whether you're just interested, you must go online to our website and listen to Howard's 3 lectures. They're really spectacular. And we'll be having another series of 3 lectures in the spring with Dr. Tzvi Gittleman from the University of Michigan, which will also be amazing. But one of Howard's underlying themes is that this is not a Holocaust mission. This is a mission back to our Jewish roots. And our Jewish roots are strong and in many ways beautiful, and unfortunately will be punctuated by trips to death camps and to concentration camps. But what we are doing is returning to our Jewish roots. And yet, any trip to Europe, Eastern Europe, is going to bring up a sense that although old foes may become friends, and alliances may shift, and they do, and they should. The fact is, it is a reminder that when anti-Semitism does rear its ugly head, that we must stand together like those kids on that trip as one Jewish people. Klal Yisrael, no divisions. We have enough enemies. We don't have to do it to ourselves. Klal Yisrael, the unity of the Jewish people. And so I have to finish with just one more story. By now, the kids were ready to leave Poland. As a matter of fact, I think the plane took off while the kids were still standing up in the aisles. And when they got to, you hear stories about people kissing the tarmac. Well, these kids were kissing the tarmac at Ben Gurion Airport. And there were many adventures, and you'll hear about some of the others, but one of them really stands above the rest. We were still having some difficulties. The kids had learned to pray together, to sing together, to eat together, to interact with one another. There still was one outstanding issue which we had not overcome. It was called Shomer Negia. You know what is it? Shomer Negia is the Orthodox understanding that boys and girls cannot touch each other. And the Reformed kids were having none of that, okay? I mean, that was not working. So we're doing the best we can, and it was a long journey. We finally get up to the Kinneret up north, and we wanted to hire one of those disco boats, but we couldn't have the boys and girls dancing with each other. So we spent a little bit of extra money. We hired the entire boat so that we could control the music, and we went up to the top of the boat, and we put on a cassette of Jewish, hora music, basically, right? Jewish dance music, like you'd hear at a wedding. And The boys put their arms around each other immediately and started dancing. The girls got the idea that the boys were having more fun than they were, so they started a circle and they started dancing. And it got to be really pretty amazing to watch. And so the three rabbis were all standing up here on chairs, I think taking pictures, frankly, but watching, this Freilich kids just dancing around. And at one point, some of the boys saw us, and they grabbed the Reform, the Conservative, and Orthodox rabbi off of our chairs, and they brought us into the middle of the circle. And I'm telling you, this is emes, this is truth, this happened. At the very second that the Reform, the Conservative, and the Orthodox rabbis put their arm around each other to begin dancing, over the rom call, over the speaker system, the song started, Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. And I really do believe that part of what we are going to learn in this next 2 weeks together is that the only way the Mashiach will come, if that Jews recognize that we are one people and we put our arms around one another. And going to Europe will remind us that really when it comes down to it, we are all standing on the shoulders of those who became before us as we return to our roots. I ask those who will be traveling with us to come to the Bima to be blessed by our rabbis as we sing those beautiful words, I am standing on the shoulders of those who came before me. Please come forward.
In the garden there's a tree planted by someone who only imagined me. What love, what vision. I marveled at the gift. No fruit could be sweeter than this. Standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me. Today my life is full of choice because a young man raised his voice. Because a young girl took a chance, I am freedom's inheritance. Years ago they crossed the sea, and they made a life that's come to me. Standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me. I'm standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me. So in the garden I'll plant a seed, a tree of life for you to read. The fruit will ripen in the sun. The words will sound when I am gone. These are the things I pass along, the fruit, the book, and the song. I'm standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me. I'm standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me. I'm standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me.
So I just want you all to know that every night on the trip at 8:15, if you gather in the lobby, there will be a cantor singing a lullaby to you for the evening, just like this. This is a preview of what's to come. But for the rest of you out in our congregation, know that next week we are going to be celebrating here at Temple Israel, so we'll be having a good time without all of them. Now, I was considering what the blessing would consist of, and you're, as you heard, going back in time to your roots. And of course, many of you are rooted in the shtetl, in the old small towns. And so when I think of the shtetl, of course, I thought of Fiddler on the Roof. And there is a blessing in Fiddler on the Roof. You may remember, the question is asked, is there a blessing for the czar? And he says, may God keep the czar far away from you. And so I was thinking perhaps the right blessing for Eastern Europe is, may God keep Putin far away from you. But really, the real blessing that we have for all of you is that you will go back to your roots, and that you will search deeply in your souls, and that you will find not only something that teaches you, but that you will also find in each other a blessing for our community. So that when you come back to this congregation, when you come back here to Michigan, and specifically to Temple Israel, that you will bring some of what you've learned with you, that you will teach others. You will make this world filled with the blessings that you will discover together on this journey. And maybe perhaps more important than anything, that you will bring Rabbis Yedwab and Ross back safely. We can't live here without them. We know that this will be for all of you an incredible journey. And so we offer you, as you bow your heads, this ancient word of blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God bestow favor upon you and give you peace. Amen. Amen.
And now, as we have our mission participants with us already standing up here, we turn to page 189 and rise for the Aleinu.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Boy, they're going to have a lot of fun. It used to be we used to go on journeys, and then we used to go travel on trips, and then then everything became a mission. True, it was all about the branding of these kind of journeys. It was first Temple Israel's trip to Israel, or teenage trip, and you can see we're a teenage group going to Europe together. But again, the idea was, but it's a mission. I think that word was really important, because every time you go someplace that's special and unique and share an opportunity, it's really about people being together. So if you have not been on one of our trips, know that Eastern Europe, too, is going to be this coming June, okay? You understand that? There's a second trip going in June. So if you're thinking about that, know that we may have some openings. One seat at the moment, but But there are cancellations. There are cancellations. It's very exciting. It's very exciting in the idea of going back to roots. And I think maybe it's really hopeful that everyone knows where they came from. Some born in America, some born in Eastern Europe, some having roots that actually are tied to this country, who have no roots in Europe. Lots of different people from lots of different places. We now invite Ed Royal, an officer of our congregation, to come forward to deliver the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. I know we're all jealous, those of us who are staying behind here in Michigan, and I just want to extend a wish from all of us who are staying behind to those of you that are going, that you travel safely to and from Eastern Europe, and that you tell us all your stories when you get back, and that your travels be smooth as a yedwab. Flash alert, there's still some seats available. Sisterhood is touring the Pewabic Pottery Factory next Thursday, October the 15th. So please call Sisterhood or contact the Temple office to sign up for this trip. I think it's leaving right here from Temple, so you don't have to drive there yourself, and it'll be a great day if you're interested. Tomorrow night, Saturday, October the 10th, you can join young adults for Causes and Kegs. The event will take place at Repair the World on Bagley in Detroit. Enjoy libations as well as a Shark Tank-style panel, with the winner being the charity of choice, obviously. And if you go to this, you get to be the judge. So sign up through the Temple Israel website. If you have a cause, they have a keg. Did you ever wonder how the most devastating terrorist attack since September 11th was averted over the skies of Detroit back on December 25th, 2009? If you'd like to hear the facts behind the story, you can come to Temple on Thursday, October 22nd, and listen to the Joe Boxer of attorneys, General Jonathan Turkle, speak about the underwear bomber. He put away this gentleman for the rest of his life, and he will really give us the behind-the-scenes events, and he led the prosecution team that led to that decision. So please come. It's going to be on Thursday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Put on your big boy pants and come. Next Friday night, October the 16th, is the night before the big game. The Spartans will be traveling to the big house in what will probably be a very pivotal game in the outcome of the Big Ten season. So you should come here for Temple Israel's spiritual check-in first, especially if you come from an intermarried family. You may need a spiritual check-in. Prior to services, there's going to be a tailgate-style Shabbat dinner. Now, for those of you who haven't been to one, that's not glot tailgate. That's a tailgate-style dinner. And then you can come to the sanctuary for services at 7:30 for an innovative Shir HaShabbat service where we'll ask the question, what's faith got to do with it? Don't miss this opportunity to wear your team's colors and swag. Experience our ancient tradition in a 21st century high definition. Now, I can't promise you how the game's going to end, but I can promise you that I'm pretty sure services will not end with a Hail Mary. Bring your rosaries. For further information on these programs, to RSVP, or it's tough to come up here after Michael Curhan. He was here last week. I want you to know that I've got writers hired, and I'm going to start competing on a regular basis. There's probably some 7-layer cake at the Oneg. He always brings that up. But join us for the Oneg after services and for Shabbat greetings. And on behalf of the members of the Board of Trustees, please let me wish y'all Shabbat Shalom.
The best announcements ever.
Never before in the history of Temple Israel have people applauded for the announcements. That is unbelievable. They don't applaud for our sermons. That's unbelievable.
this transition.
By the way, I just do want you to know that next week at the Shir Shabbat service, there is videotape. It's one of our technological services with videos and music. It's going to be incredible. I will promise you at the end of the sermon video, there is a prediction by one or more of our rabbis about the outcome of the Michigan State game. So you'll have to come next week to find out what that prediction actually is. But for now, we're going to think about loved ones who have celebrated life before us. They've laughed with us. They have made us feel good. And as they have left this earth, we are left with a hole in our hearts. And yet today we smile thinking of them. We smile recognizing the blessings that they brought into our world. And we turn to the names first of those who have died in recent days here in our congregational family. Francis Aaron, Al Abrams, Meyer Arbit, Rosalind August, Charles Berman, Eudice Blank, Eleanor Blazowski, Diane Brickner, Barry Fogel, Arthur Friedman, Lillian Goldman, Miriam Goldman, Linda Green, Dina Greenberg, Gary Haight, Audrey Klein, Dr. A. Martin Lerner, Richard Morin, Peggy Rubel Morrow, Harvey Rosenberg, Shirley Rosenberg, Fern Fritzy Rott, Albert Ryder, Jerome Seifer, Ruth Stein. We also mentioned the yahrzeits of Arthur Aronson, Marvin Barnett, Alvin Biederman, Marvin Canner, David Cooper, Harry L. Dermer, Aaron Fenton, Harry Fritz Fritzen, Lillian Friedman, David Goldenberg, Nathan Harris, Martin Harwood, Alice Helfgott, Harold Heller, Reba Francine Herman, Shirley Carlin, Ryan Michael Kay, Saul Klorstein, Martin Kohlenberg, Maurice Mackey, Louis Moretsky, Carol Jacobson Moyer, Annette Bennick Robinson, Clara Rossman, Dr. Burton Schmier, Leslie Robert Schmier, Bill Shanto, Irving Shulak, Barbara Stone, Jacob Wander, Norman Weitz, Myra Yedwab, William Miller, Courtney Lisa Cantor, Maxwell Miller, Eva Volodsky, Dr. Kenneth Lipsit, Nathan Hack, Robert Berger, Jean Berger Richmond, Joseph Barish, Morris Barish, Dora Goldberg, Rose Moretsky, Max Berger, Samuel Goldman, Samuel I. Mailer, Larry Wallach, Ruth Wayne, Betty Lewis, Cheryl Berman, Sidney Barbas, Jacob Resnick, Dr. David Gudis, Josephine Elaine Jackson, William Stern, Mary Eisenberg, Elisa Schwartz. We pray that all of their blessings continue to allow us to smile as we face every challenge and every joy in the world. We turn to page 199. We rise together for Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shamei Rabbah, v'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mavarach leolam ilmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God send peace to all of us and comfort to those in mourning as we say together, amen.
I'm going to invite you to find somebody on your right and left to put an arm around as we conclude our service with words of journey and blessing to Filat HaDerech. May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Safe travels to all of those going on our mission.